Les bidous? Hein? Banana? Stuart? Macareno? Banana!
Minions. Have you ever wondered where they came from? They've been on this planet far longer than we have. They're all different, but they all share the same goal. To find the biggest, baddest villain to serve. Finding a master was easy.
La piñata!
Keeping a master. That's where things got tricky. Nope, it wasn't easy for these guys. But nonetheless, they kept on looking.
Oh, hello, papagena. Tu le bella con la papaya.
Ladies and gentlemen, Scarlet Overkill!
Have any of you ever dreamt of working for the greatest supervillain of all time?
I love you, Scarlet! I wanna be the villain.
These are the new recruits.
Scarlet, mi armale caputo.
No, don't say anything. I won't understand.
I'm a villain, I'm with a woman that's in the winners.
Do you know who this is?
La cucaracha?
This is Queen Elizabeth. And I really, really, really want her crown.
You came for the Queen's crown, did you? Well, you're going to have to get through me.
Hurrah!
Gentlemen, don't steal ladies' crowns!
You backstabbing little traitor!
Scarlet!
Don't you Scarlet me.
Wanna be the villain.
I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I hate you.
This is torture.
Guys, cut it out. This is really unprofessional.
Mi bellas.
What a weird trailer. The first half of it was stuff we've already seen, so I don't know why they decided to retread that. And then it got like really dark. I was like, whoa, I understand the need to appeal to the adult audience, but methinks you might have gone too far. Well, at first I was encouraged by the fact that Sandra Bullock's Scarlet Overkill might be like a genuine villain. I was like, oh, that's an interesting development. Did not see that coming. I thought she'd just be kind of like Gru-like, right? Especially since all the villains earlier in the trailer were kind of like inconsequential. I mean, some of them are famous from history, obviously, and we know they were a little more dangerous in real life. But here they were, portrayed toothless, so to speak. So when they made Scarlet Overkill like turn actually kind of evil, I was like, oh, okay, I'm down with that. But then where it jumped the shark in the moat, I guess, for her evil lair, was when they were playing with the noose. I was like, wow, you should not play with the noose. And I would not, the minions are beloved by children all over the globe, and a noose is kind of easy to make. So when you're jumping from one and playing around with it and such, so quickly like that, I could see a lot of children potentially getting into a very bad situation. Then not only that, but they had not one, but 2 boob jokes in the trailer. So who knows what's in the actual movie. They did have a butt joke too, for those of you who are butt people, when he was going into the hot tub. But there was the t-shirt one where it was actually the 2 eyes for one of the minions, which I thought was somewhat amusing. But then when he was in the hot tub, the other minion with those 2 fire hydrants, suddenly I got the visual gag, and I was like, whoa! I was like, I can't believe this isn't a children's movie. I know this is animated in Europe, but come on. Otherwise, there were a few new elements introduced. I think it's interesting that even in animated movies, Queen Elizabeth will not allow any of her children or descendants to take over, representing the royal family. No Prince Charles, and I know this is taking place back in time, so it can't have, William and Kate, but, I think that at some point the monarchy is going to have to transition to some new blood. I'm curious to how those BTC viewers in the UK feel about it. But the UK, a pretty strong box office market. Interesting they decided that's where they're going to have the big heist. The one thing I actually liked the most about the trailer that really captured my attention was when they went from Australia to India, and I guess the continents were closer at the time period that they're depicting, I'm not sure, but for some reason visually, and it was so quick. But that just really interested me for some reason. It just captured my imagination. But I'm curious, what do you think of this latest trailer? I'm definitely going to see the movie, and I'm hoping that it'll be very good. But what do you think of some of the more odd elements introduced here? And what do you think of the violence? I mean, they did have a sword go through that medieval guy. They had someone blown away with a cannon. They had a bear eat a dude off camera, though, in that situation. And then there's the noose. What do you think of introducing those elements into a family, all ages, what's supposed to be an all-ages movie? I realize that we're dealing with villains here, but do you think that Illumination is walking the line just right? All right, thank you so much for tuning into my review, and you can check out some other episodes right now.